It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's Thursday.
Yeah, it is. Julius just said he loves the intro. And I was just thinking about it whilst it was on. We've been doing this for 9 months now, and we still dance to that intro every time.
Oh, every time. Every time.
And I do the drum bit where it goes dum dum dum.
Yeah.
Always can't stop myself going dum dum dum.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
How are you, gentlemen?
Very good.
Excellent.
Cold, but very good.
Stop playing with yourself, Gary.
He's on high beam.
Now try again without playing with yourself.
Very good. I wasn't playing with myself. I was doing that.
Yeah. We saw you rubbing it first.
I am very well. I've had a good week this week. I've done some work on the other project.
Ooh, yeah.
The Friday project.
Yeah.
So I now have a...
Very nice. Almost sexy.
Ooh.
And that was done with AK marker pens as well, although it is a bit difficult to get in the tight spots there. I did notice my masking was slightly off, and I've done too much there, but I haven't painted.
I'm on the port side.
Yeah, I haven't painted the deck yet, so I'm not worried about that. So there's a little bit of over marker, shall we say?
You can always just describe the line, can't you? And then paint up to the line.
Very nice.
Ooh, I've got that bit. That's it's much the same, isn't it? That's what do I use? Dark grey blue, because it's like a rubbery thing. So then I'm going to do a bit NATO black, then a bit more black, and different tones and stuff like that. Cool. And this one is God, it looks weird on that camera.
Oh, it looks nice actually.
It's quite bright. In real life, but it looks dulled out in that one. But it is it's a mix of paint.
Orange very well.
Yeah, and on my project for myself at the moment, the Bronco, it's still a tail sitter, so it's going to have a bit of acrylic there to strain it up. And for today's, I put some paint on the Fokker.
Nice.
So I've got to come forward a bit more here. I've come up short there, but
I went up to the line.
Yeah. It's funny. The line's perfect, and that's what I did with the with where the brown bit goes here.
Yeah.
So I've had a good couple of days.
Yeah. So this bit, well, not really. It's just the decaling on the wing is the only bit on my head, really. So this is ready for off camera. I've just painted the elevator horizontal stab and vertical stab and rudder. They're different colors there, white and red brown. So they're ready for. I want to put some more decals on this before I put the top wing on and make it hard to reach and stuff like that. So that'll happen today. So I'm loving it so far. But all I've done is you paint those tail surfaces, and I've given this grey. Oh, that camera now. The grey just a very light gloss coat. You can't even see it, but it shines a bit. It's just to hopefully not have any, to reduce any silvering under the decal if I can avoid it. But the
red I used for the Fokker was the new AK Real colours.
How do you find them? I've not used them.
Beautiful.
They're lacquers, are they?
It is a lacquer. It does say lacquer based paint, and it was red, so it was a bit. Red can be a bit, but absolutely beautiful. Went down lovely.
Nice to hear.
So really quite pleased with that. I say it's one of the best paint jobs I've done in a long time. That red.
That could have gone so wrong if you'd said the wrong word.
Which
word? What about you, Mikey? What have you been doing?
Like you guys, I painted lifeboat.
Yeah,
I've painted. Why is that gone out of line? I've done work on Pretty Shitty Bang Bang, but it's at the other side of the room. And that's the paint I've done on mine.
Oh, that's a nice blue.
It's a nice
French
blue.
blue from Vallejo.
Vallejo. Oh, really? So the Lear stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. It's nice.
So,
Nice
yeah,
finish.
I've got that right in front of me at the moment. I was looking at it as a possibility for the hull of the Shannon class lifeboat, and I did not. But yeah, it's a nice colour.
It dries fairly matte, and then I sprayed it with matte varnish as well, so it's very matte.
Yeah.
So, and I did some little bits of shade and stuff, but you can't really see it on camera. But it just looks like the panels, the fabric stretched.
Oh, is it you frozen or? Oh no, you're back.
Yeah, you can't really see the shading, but see what it looks like. The panels stand out.
Mm.
Just because I shaded it, pre-shaded it. Yeah, so that's me. I've got to paint that, and put the decals on. Yeah. So let's get on with the chat.
Yeah,
away.
I'll get on with the
Chatteroony.
Yes. Ian says, "Well done and good day, Duke. I see no Darren. Hi all.
Hi hoy.
Ian, hang on. Duke's gone. Oh well. Trophy. Yeah. Julian says, "Morning, Ian." Third comment.
How you feeling, Julian?
Yeah, he's a bit under the weather, isn't he?
Not very well at the moment.
Oh no.
Athol says, "Morning, everyone on panel and in Chatland. By gum, it's cold out with fresh snowfall. It is cold, isn't it?
It's clear and sunny and chilly here.
I don't know what it is here. I haven't looked out the window." Junior says, "Morning, Athol." And laugh out loud. Love the intro.
That's all Mikey's work.
Well, thank you. Kieran says, "Morning, everyone." Morning, Kieran.
Morning, Kieran.
Julian, hi, Marky, Chair Farty Pants, and evening, John.
What are you going to call me when I get my new chair?
Chairforce
the artist
1.0.
The artist formerly known as Chair Farty Pants. Dominic, good afternoon. Good afternoon,
Hi,
Dom.
John.
Tiff says, "Afternoon, folks," from the back room.
Afternoon,
Julian,
mothers.
morning, Kieran. Julian, hi, Tiff. Dom, good afternoon, Julian and Tiff. Athol, Gary, would help if you read the instructions the right way up. Morning, John and himself, Mikey.
Hence the comment.
Yes.
Makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Watch
Julian
out.
says, "Hi, Dom."
Mrs. Morris is inbound.
Oh. Gary's in trouble. Athol, morning, Dom.
Just the depth that there is.
Told you. Morning, Marion.
Morning.
Morning, Marion.
Good morning. Good afternoon, whatever you are.
He's evening.
Evening, yeah. So is it what 10 past 10 p.m.?
He's not. He's John.
By then. It's that time, yeah.
John's a night owl.
T says, "Laugh out loud, Athol. That's just being picky." Oh, Marion, can you give Gary a slap across the head for me, please?
And me.
Definitely.
Why?
For bad jokes.
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, just for shits and giggles. Dom says, "Good afternoon, Athol." Ian, morning panel. Julian, Athol, Kieran, Dom, and Tiff. Julian, hi, Ian. Athol, hello, Ian. Dom, good afternoon, Ian. Athol, morning, Tiff. Julian said, "Crappy, to be honest, Gary, getting a bit better than earlier, slightly."
Okay, mate. We'll get well soon, buddy.
Can someone go into the video links part on Discord and tag Unseen in there, please? So just on the stream, just to remind him, because he forgets. Duke, good day, all you beautiful people. Kieran, hi, Julian. And hi, Ian, Athol, Dominic, and Tiff.
I would have done that, Mikey, but I had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah. Adventure Unseen, I think it is. Rich. Phil, morning all. Good morning, Phil.
Morning, Phil.
Julian, GMT, Mikey. Yes. GMTA. Mikey. I was just thinking the artist formerly, etc. Maybe just symbol.
It's a symbol of a fart. I think that's when I get my new chair. So I'll be the artist formerly known as Chair Farty Pants.
Yeah. That should be your YouTube channel name.
Yeah, my YouTube channel name is Friends and Models for Heroes.
I know. Yeah. Athol says, "Morning, Marion, and where is Benji?"
He's around. He's probably on stag looking out the window at the moment.
Dom says, "Hi, Kieran." Tiff says, "Done. Thank you, modders." Ian says, "Morning, Phil." Athol, "Morning, Kieran and Phil." And Julian, reference slap, preemptive strike, Gary. You'll probably deserve a slap at some point, and Marion won't be there.
I was thinking I'd have one on account then, so I could then do something deliberately and not get slapped for it.
Well, that's true.
What, you slap credits? Are they a thing?
Not in our house.
Absolutely. I'll put that banner up. Ooh, nearly pressed an end stream by mistake then.
What a mistake of the maker.
That would have been annoying. Right. So, what have you two been up to?
Well,
I started playing a new game on the PlayStation. Having binge watched both series of SAS Rogue Heroes.
Yes.
I'm now playing Sniper Elite 5.
So you too can be a man on the balcony.
Yeah. I'm enjoying that. But I must admit, Rogue Heroes, what a series.
Do you know what? I haven't watched any of them.
Oh, mate. And the music in it is brilliant.
Yeah. We haven't got Apple TV or whatever, have we?
It's on iPlayer.
I haven't got that either.
Haven't you?
I have to have a TV license for iPlayer.
Oh yeah, you haven't got a TV license. Either.
No. Don't watch iPlayer, don't have live TV.
Well,
saves me 170 quid a year. And it's going up.
Yes.
Jim says,
I don't know what someone's doing, but it sounds awful.
Yeah, that's not at my end.
For now.
For once.
Jim says, "Good morning from a very cold -13 degrees C Chicago."
Oh, wow.
That's nipple hanger country, isn't it?
That's monkeys looking for spot welders.
Terrible images coming through from California there.
Yes.
Jim.
Yeah.
Yes. Awful.
Of course, Paris Hilton is on the news for it.
When Mother Nature kicks back, she kicks back hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. There's so much to say about that, talk about that, but
yeah.
That's not on here.
No.
Jim, good morning, Modmin. And hello to all the usual suspects in chat. I don't think all the usual suspects are in. I thought, morning, Jim, plus 1 degree C here, but slippery underfoot. Ooh, actually, this layer of white's going down nice. Jim, good morning, evening to our gracious host. Hello, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, Jim. Yeah. God, don't sound too happy to see him, will you? He says,
It was not meant. It was not meant like that.
Yeah.
Pissing about with the smallest bit of photo etch ever.
That's what she said. Ian says, "Good morning, Chicago. I mean, Jim." I can just picture Ian doing that in Robin Williams' voice. Good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning. Blackpool.
Julian, morning, Jim. The temperature here is allegedly 39 degrees Fahrenheit.
Conversions happening on both sides of the Atlantic.
Which I think sounds hotter than it is.
Louise.
Tiff says it's -7 here. I don't know what it is here.
Well, in the words of Marion, it was
19 degrees.
Cold.
Yeah. It's about the same here. It's been raining all day. I mean, Sydney is in a holding pattern of circulating rain clouds. Been raining for days. It's going to rain for a couple more.
And the common misconception is
that's probably a good thing for Australia.
Oh, the grass was starting to die a bit, and it's certainly been well watered now. But no, there's a bit of La Nina going on for the third year in a row.
Bit of what?
Which is unprecedented. Well, you heard of El Nino?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's the other version of that, where it's instead of being like drought condition, it's the opposite.
Oh wow.
La Nina. They're married, you see.
Ah.
Oh, there we go. Tiff says, morning, Jim. Julian, 4 degrees C allegedly. Jim, yes, John, sadly the fires in Southern California are very difficult to watch. Yeah. They got out of control this time, haven't they?
Oh, it's terrible.
Couldn't even get enough water. The fire trucks. Jim, time to warm my bones with some coffee.
Oh, yes.
Julian, I plan on not doing my daily laps to the house today. I do not need this head cold getting worse. Plenty of rest is always best.
And a rub down with a hot woman.
I did not say that. Jim says, wow, it's a cold morning for you, Tiffany. Hello, Benji.
Shut up. Wait.
Ian, I did mean it in a Robin Williams style, but forgot to stretch the words out. I knew it.
Well, I've stuffed up the undercarriage on this.
How?
The photo etch that goes on it.
Oh, the photo etch.
Yeah, so.
Oh, I see. Yeah, in the center section.
Yeah, it's not having the photo etch on it now, which I know isn't going to look right, but.
Oh, no great loss.
It.
Hey, as long as you like it, that's what matters.
Too much of it pinged off in separate directions, and I don't know where it went, so.
Scott says 25 degrees down here. Hello, all.
Hello.
Hi, Scott. Scotty.
Athol says, good day, Scott.
Scotty.
That's just creepy.
What?
What, Scott?
You going Scotty.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but at least he wasn't shaking a bottle at the time, so it's all right.
Yeah, there is that.
Or shaking a bottle and going, Scotty, Julian.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Gary and his fantasies. Oh dear. Tiffany says -10 last night. Poor cat got under the duvet because it was too cold for it. Oh. Thing is, I'd roll over and squash it.
I have lost a part.
Jim says, Benji, hello, my canine friend.
Now then, I wonder.
You wonder what, Gaz?
It's all right. Hang on a minute. Oh, bollocks. No. That's all right. Disregard all after. Oh, there was another set of undercarriage there, which had the PE bits that I'm trying frantically to give up on. Already moulded on.
Yes.
But that's for the other markings, not for this one. So
no, but no one will ever know.
I will.
If you don't tell them on a YouTube thing.
Yeah, no one watches this anyway. So
no one watches us.
Nobody.
Oh wait, hello viewers.
Might have to yet because I can't find the middle bit. Which is a little bit concerning.
The middle bit's a little bit.
The middle bit's a little bit.
Morning, Benji. Yeah. Timmy says, "Good day, all. Those Fokkers are looking fucking great, lads."
Timmy. Morning, mate.
Never thought a 60-year-old bloke doing that.
Bloody hell. Where has...
Certainly not with such enthusiasm, anyway.
I can't believe I've lost that.
Which bit have you misplaced?
The bit that goes in the middle of, when you put these two undercarriage parts together.
Yeah.
There's a bit that goes in the middle.
Yeah.
And I've seen it this morning.
How the hell have you managed to lose that? That's quite a big piece.
I'll tell you what, yesterday morning, Tiffany will bear witness to this, I couldn't find my glasses.
Were they on your head?
Looking for them everywhere. No, they were on the desk next to me here. Just.
Was that a granddad moment, I hear?
God. There's a Fokker all over the floor now.
Do you want us to give you a minute so you can pull yourself back together? Tiffany says she wasn't laid against me. She was in the bottom corner of the bed, which is her favourite place to sleep. Oh, kitty cat
does that. Gets in there, comes under the duvet. And...
this poor bugger.
Crawls
poor deluded fool.
Yeah. Stays there until Marion lets one go, and then he's.
Oh yeah, because it's Marion, isn't it? It's always
she's in the shower. She's in the shower. She can't hear me.
I call BS.
He's out there like Greased Weasel. What's it? Well, I've lost that. That's bizarre.
You'll find it next week.
I'm going to have to go to my original plan, the plan where John said no one will notice.
Yeah. Plastic Alchemist is in. Says, "Good morning, lovely people. Hello, Nuno.
Morning, mate.
Hello.
How are you? Hope you're well.
Okay. Absolutely.
Is there any physical difference?
Wouldn't be much, would there?
There is no difference whatsoever.
Crack on then.
Crack on, Gromit.
I haven't watched that yet. I should.
Never watched.
I haven't. It's on. It'll be on Netflix now, so I'll watch it.
Where's the snips gone? Oh, they're hanging on.
Well,
Julie
the
says,
rest of the Fokker.
Regarding SAS Rogue Heroes, I'm not fond of the portrayal of Paddy Mayne. Not sure he was as disrespectful or as portrayed. Plus, they only briefly mentioned his first DSO, but no mention of the other 3 bars.
Yeah, I think they've hyped the character up for entertainment value because I believe from a little bit of research that I've started doing, he was a very quietly soft-spoken man. But what they did get right was that after David Sterling's capture, when David's brother Bill took over as the boss of the SAS, it was actually Paddy Mayne that ran it.
But it always is like the sergeants and stuff like that, and it's never the top ranks that run it.
That's what I was told myself, but yeah.
He says in his air-conditioned office. Jim says, Timmy, what the fuck? Julian, admittedly, 1 bar was awarded after the period portrayed, but even so. Yes.
I think they're the way they portrayed them taking Termally and then holding it was very good.
Yeah. I don't know. Julian says, evening, Tim.
Good evening, Tim. Timbo. Timmy.
Nuno says, I'm well, thank you. Some time off work due to an injury, but nothing too serious. Oh, dude.
Oh, don't. Sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that, sir.
Yeah. Nuno's lovely, bless him. Like a big cuddly teddy bear. Big cuddly Portuguese teddy bear. Athol says, morning, Nuno. And Nuno says, morning, Athol. Timmy says, good day, Jules. Hope you're well, mate. Emoji smile. Steve says, hi, guys. It's so cold here today. We have no heating. They can't get more Calagas bottles for 2 weeks. Currently, living room temperature is 7.6 degrees C. So we're both sat under blankets freezing. Oh, bless you.
That's not good. I blame that Starmer bloke.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I got no idea.
No, you're probably right, dude.
Anyway, it sounds like politics. Move on.
It does. Jim, hello to Julian in the Aussie crew, Athol, Alchemist, and cast of
Thousands.
It would be cool if it was thousands, but it's not. 16.
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, you never know in a year or two.
From Acorns, Rodney, from Acorns this time next year.
Well, the last few lives have been getting over 150 views, so who knows? Please make sure to like and stuff, though.
I was telling Mikey before we went live, I had some really good feedback on the kit review that I did on Friends of Models Heroes.
Very good.
The guy is a good mate of mine, and I really do, take on board what he said, and it is true. He said, I need to be more myself and not sound like a news reader delivering bad news. And there is a bit of that in there, so I will. I've got some presentation work to do, but the new one's coming out in the next few days, and that will be the A4M Skyhawk.
Lovely. I'm just about finished the kits I'm working on now, so I'm about to upload some new videos.
Ooh, so make sure you go and check them out at Friends of Models Heroes and Scale Modeling Twins on Facebook and on YouTube.
Coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Yes. I thought you were going to tell them about your mix-up.
My little incident yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have a little incident yesterday morning, and to be fair, I'd only just got up, and I was in the bathroom carrying out my ablutions, and went for the old deodorant, spraying it under the arms and all that, and managed to do it with the air freshener.
Oh no!
I smelled quite floral all day.
Wow.
I said to him, at least it wasn't. He didn't pick up the deep heat by mistake.
Mm.
He'd have known about that one.
So, The Hamden now has a panel line wash, so it's subtle, but you could sort of see different panels there and stuff. And I did the same treatment to the, if I can find it, the Tempest. So it's looking a bit more ratty, which is just the way I like it. So all I need to do now really is just a bit of soot and dust around wheels and exhausts and stuff, and this one's totally finished. So yay, nice result, I think.
Nice, well done, John.
I noticed some of the retailers in the UK are putting up pre-orders for the ICM Hamden now.
I am looking forward to that. I'll definitely be buying it.
I think I'll have one.
Oh, and a Hamden as well?
Possibly, yeah.
Where did I put that? Oh my god, duh. Where's my vertical stab gone?
That's C23. That's not C25.
Nuno says, apparently metal against meat, the meat loses. Ooh, you burned yourself. Ooh. Oh, metal against meat, cut. Yeah. It could be cut yourself as well. Steve says, hi, Jim. Athol, I blame the jet stream's position in the atmosphere. Go further south and weather will improve. Yes, it will. Julian, Paddy Main's Wikipedia, the bastion of accuracy. Laugh out loud. Says, after North Africa, he withdrew into himself, preferring books to the company of other men. Of course, that's not good TV, so it's not shown. I can fully get that. I can get behind that.
Get that. What, other men?
It was hinted at very slightly. There was a scene where he was on his own. Yeah, bored myself then. I just enjoyed the series. I just thought my biggest criticism of the series was the guy that played Montgomery. Wasn't very good, I don't think.
The series has not made it to Australia as far as I'm aware, so I'm sure I'll watch it when it's available. Yeah.
But I would, and of course the French female spy Eve Mansour is completely fictional.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say this.
Dieter says, you guys made me snicker while trying to troubleshoot on a laptop. Had my headset halfway on, so heard all your shenanigans come by.
We do shenanigans.
We do. We're good at that. We're like a bunch of grown-up kids, really, aren't we?
Oh, very much.
Jim says, with a cast of thousands, Mikey would need multiple modmen. I would be ready to unable to answer the call. Oh, dude, that's very kind of you.
There was an old adage in the military, Jim: never volunteer for anything.
Yes.
Your words might come back to haunt you.
Oh, that depends on how famous we get. Athol says, a ding to John for finishing a kit.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
His first kit of 2025.
Well, I still haven't chosen the next one, honestly.
Victor.
We'll see.
June says, Athol, apparently the jet stream moving was the reason the Mayan Empire collapsed. They relied on it for annual rainfall for crops. It moved and they got constant drought. Makes sense. Next.
The cry went out on the Mayan temples. Who's moved the jet stream?
Jim, very good panel work on both Hamden and Tempest, John. Subtle but effective. Very good, mate.
Oh, thank you.
Athol, afternoon, Dieter. Oh, Jim, looks like you haven't sorted out your membership.
I thought he was doing it the other day.
He was. That's what made me notice it. He said he was doing it the other day.
He was actually doing it while we were.
You were.
Oh, please.
Timmy says, Navy, never again volunteer yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
Jim, that adage never volunteer also applies to everyday life too, Gary. I followed that to the letter in my working career. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as Mikey can testify, it's not something I am very good at, saying no.
In fact, I have to tell him that.
Haven't got the time.
Gary, take a break, will you? Slow down. You're getting too old for this.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. You're supposed to be retired.
That's what it said on my hoodie.
I thought that said something else.
Retard.
The first time I saw it.
Yeah, retard. If it folds the wrong way, it almost looks like retard.
I think that's what it was. You'd sat down and it had folded over in the middle.
Mm.
But yeah, I didn't say that word.
My daughter got me a T-shirt for my 60th birthday that I can't wear anywhere. It literally is. It says a very early picture of me, and it's a sperm.
You could wear that out and about.
Can't wear it for church.
I mean, it'd be a 1950s sperm, but so it'd have a top trilby.
It's a 1964 sperm.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a 60s sperm, so it's probably off its head with an afro and flares. One giant flare for the tail. Dieter says, "Greetings, Sir Athol." Julian, by the way, the tamale scenes, I think, were pinched from the exploits of another SAS legend, Anders Lassen.
Anders Lassen.
A lot of parallels with Paddy Mayne.
And Anders Lassen got a VC. He was actually depicted by the guy that does Reacher in the film the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and he was a complete and utter animal.
Sometimes in war, that's what you need.
Mm.
A controllable animal.
Unfortunately, like most very brave soldiers, he didn't make it to the end of the war.
Yeah. It's a problem with being brave.
Yeah.
Tiffany says, press the join button next to the subscribe button to join the membership. There you go. Dieter, my icebreaker is nearing completion. Finally, oddly, my orange cat seems to like the mast antenna, as I had to re-glue it 6 times already.
All right. Yeah.
Hello, Benji. We know you're there.
Just let him know that.
Hey, Dad, the postman's here. Dad, the postman's here. Dad.
The postman needs to get here because he's delivering me coffee delivery for the month.
Ooh! Speaking of which, I have coffee.
So I've ordered a new camera, hopefully to replace this one. It was chipped today by Mr. Bezos, and well, I don't think he did it. I think one of his robots did. But,
what's wrong with that?
That's not a nice thing to call all those people on minimum wage.
No, I mean, he doesn't have people on minimum wage. From what I understand, it's all robots in the warehouses. I don't know.
Are you calling them bio-robots like the Russians used to?
Sure.
Is that what you're saying? Are you calling them bio-robots?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's move on before I mention Russia again.
Have you not watched the TV show Chernobyl?
No.
One of the ways they got around getting the soldiers saying or admitting to the public that they were sending soldiers with no chemical warfare or nuclear radiation equipment into the danger zone to get rid of the rubble was by telling them that they were bio robots.
Yeah, well.
That's how they got around it. So it didn't cause panic.
Well,
Jim, as usual, I buggered up my attempts at renewing membership on my own. Perhaps you help me via Discord renew membership. Yeah. I'm sure modders can help you with that. No problem. Modders or Julian or me or whatever. Tiffany says, I can help you in Discord after the stream, Jim. There we go. See, modders on the board. Julian, if they did a third series of SAS Rogue Heroes, I think they should follow Lassen. Immortalized in the book, The Department of Ungentlemanly Warfare, the movie is based on their first mission.
Well,
I've got that book.
All I'll say is, for those that haven't finished watching the second series, the last episode of the second series fits nicely into doing a third series.
Nice.
Right.
And I get the feeling that if they're going to do anything about Anders Lassen, then I would imagine it will be in the third series. That
oh, there you go. Jim became a YouTube member. Thank you,
Oh
Jim.
my God.
whoop 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 whoop.
Is the next one up?
Oh,
There you go. Jim says, thank you, Modmin. So bleeding obvious that it looked like he would miss it. So he didn't see the join button. Bless him.
wheelies.
Dieter says, laugh out loud, biorobots, the ultimate liquidator. Yep. Exactly.
Oh. Liquidator.
Jim says, Anders Lassen, VC was posthumous. There were 2 VCs awarded that day, the other 2 a Royal Marine, which shows how bitter the fighting was. His impetus was being Danish and hating the Germans.
Yeah.
There we go. And Jim says, so simple, even I could do it. Hurrah! Bless you, Jim.
So the markings on this aircraft I've chosen to do are sort of interesting. So on the side there is it's a Brothers Grimm drawing. Well, you know, so you can see all those
Cartoon.
7 Swalbians. Now, what's interesting about it is, and it says, you know, it's actually meant to be like this. Each side, left and right, would be hand drawn by different crews. Different people, I think. So they're very different left and right. So different sizes, different rabbits. Yeah. How about that?
Cool story, bro.
Well, it's a bit like, you know, the rabbit in Holy Grail.
Yeah.
The one that they dispatched from the Holy Hand Grenade of
The
Antioch.
Holy Hand Grenade. That's the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch, yes. 135.
Yes.
We've got more chat. Julian says, it needs to be simple, Jim. Hell, I'm a channel member. That's it. Dieter, the series Chernobyl, while not all that accurate, did get the reasons for the biorobots right. 2 sections of roof between 2 units 3 and 4 were heavily irradiated. Yeah.
Okay.
And every time they sent a robot in to try and clear it, the radiation just killed the machine, the electronics. So then they used biorobots and told them to strap pieces of lead to themselves to protect themselves.
They got them straight from the gulag.
Yeah.
Hit him right in the gulags.
You got me right in the gulags.
Modders says, I think I'm going to start my Huey chopper today.
Go
Ooh.
for it. Go for it.
I've got the 3 veterans outro on here. Do you think I should keep using that one on here, or should I change it to the 4 veterans one?
It's your channel, dude.
I don't know. I quite like having the 3 veterans one. It sort of ties the endings beginning together.
Hey, there was a new acquisition today, Frontline Hobbies.
Go on.
Yes.
Paul Marley will never speak to me again.
What have you bought? Oh, Whitley.
That one.
Nice. Do you know what? I'm actually just going to try and use the pens.
Nice one.
Dieter says the 3D section was that heavy on gamma radiation, no robot could work there. They tried, and either they just died or rode off the roof. Yeah.
Oh, really?
They just screwed the electronics up. Tiff says, keep it to 3 vets because it's only the 3 of you. Okie dokie. Makes sense to me. Dieter, ideas were lining the roofs with lead, but you can imagine the complications of hulling hot molten lead over there. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially given that the helicopters, crash if they got too close to the hull and things like that because of the radiation.
Well, the Russian helicopters anyway.
Junior says, I think the only problem with following Lassen in Series 3 of SAS Rogue Heroes would be from a TV point of view continuity. No common people in both. It is what it is. Dieter says, high kinetic rounds were also considered, but the risk of sparking another fire was too great. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right.
I'm going to get my paint pens.
Primers. So those need to be primed. They can go back in the box. Wait.
Oh, great news on the Marley home front yesterday.
Okay.
My mother was released from hospital.
Oh, brilliant.
I thought you were going to say released from prison then, the way you said it.
Well, pretty much that's what I said to her today. It's like, congratulations on your release from the prison cell. And yeah, it was like a full-on 5 weeks that she was in that one room in isolation for a number of weeks. But yeah.
Is she in the same place with your dad?
She is directly across the hallway from,
that's brilliant.
from Dad. So everything has worked out for the best.
Brilliant. Now, how is she? Is she all right?
She's in a lot of pain and will be for, they reckon, about a year.
Oh, wow.
And her bladder doesn't work anymore. So there's all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But it's okay. She's been prescribed cannabis. So, yeah, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
She'll be nicely pickled.
Yeah.
Dieter says, so in the end, lead-covered soldiers had to do the work. Some even did it 3 or 4 times, cutting their life expectancy by more than half. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
ICM even has a set of them, and I got it in the stash, and no, it does not glow. But you could make it glow. That'd be cool. Tiffany says, that's amazing, John.
Yeah, that's really good news.
Yeah. I think Tiff's
probably the first time
on
Tim's heard that, actually.
Tim?
Timbo, you might know him as Timbo.
Yes, I know who Tim is, you goon.
Yeah, it's his grandmother.
Yeah.
What have
2
we done with
seconds.
the tail?
Jim says, question, John, how are the lozenge decals behaving now they're in place?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Were
They're all right to get on, were they?
They really were. Like, I had no problems at all. Like, the people do complain, as I was saying last week. People complain about Eduard decals. You need to peel off the clear film and stuff. You just do not. You don't. It's just yeah. Some people prefer to. I don't. So this will stay exactly how it is. But as you see, like the decals that have gone down on so far, they're perfect. You know, they're really great decals to use. I find. To each their own. Like they're not. I was about to say Caldercraft. They're not Cartograph, but they're next to Cartograph in quality, in my own opinion.
In your humble opinion.
Yeah. This is looking exactly like I was hoping it would. This is nice.
Yeah, I'm actually at that point where I don't think I can put off doing the decals any longer.
Yeah, so I'm putting the decals on now because putting where the rabbits are in between, say, the top and bottom wing would be a bit difficult to get in there with the struts and stuff like that. So I'm literally putting these on now, and then I just need to be careful how I hold it. But it'll be fine. But
I like doing decals, but something about these ones is making me nervous.
The fact that they're about 6 inches long.
That's what she said.
Well, admittedly, there's not that many kits in this scale with 4 sheets of decals the size of the box. So I do understand your apprehension. But 90% of these don't get used. Yeah. In fact, pretty much, apart from the stencils there, which aren't many, none of those get used on my version. So, it's a lot that you either do or don't use.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well,
I'm still really thrilled to pick this kit. I love it. Look at it.
Still a nice kit.
How cultural is that?
Still a nice kit. Lovely kit. Yeah, we'll go for it in a minute. I've just realised I haven't done the tail. So I'm going to quickly skip back and do the tail. A5 and A12.
That's what I'm doing now.
I've even assembled it. I think you're painting it, aren't you?
Yeah. With my AK real coloured paint pen.
How's it going down?
All right, because I primed them first. It's going to take a couple of coats, but it's all right. Because they're supposed to look like fabric anyway. So as long as you do it in like perpendicular directions each time, it should be all right.
And which white are you using? The white or the off-white?
The white. White
at the back?
Yeah. Jim says, good for you and your family, John. Huzzah.
Yes, it is.
It's great news.
Brilliant news.
Yeah. About time she had some luck, bless her. Julian says, on the other hand, with regards to Series 3 SS Rogue Heroes, you don't need to get all the same actors available at the same time.
No.
Dieter says, I have the 2 vehicle sets and 2 diorama figurine sets of Chernobyl and lobbying for a reactor set on Etsy. Ooh. That'd be cool.
So, as emergency response data, did you study it, or is it just something of interest to you?
Ooh, good question, John. Obviously, we did CBR and stuff, so I imagine they must have done some as well, especially with being closer.
Yeah.
How weird is that tail?
It is, isn't it? It is an odd-looking aircraft. But,
I like it.
Yeah. It looks well. It's built for purpose. Whereas the albatross, for instance, part of it tried to look like a bird, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake! I got the dropsies quite bad today.
I had that yesterday. June says, "Great news, John. Odd for us in the UK to hear cannabis being prescribed. Here it's illegal. It's not in Wales.
Yeah,
It can be prescribed in Wales.
It's there's a component. I can see whatever it's called. I don't know.
HCC.
Yeah, something's been removed, so it's not
Yeah,
addictive
it's the T.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it's called. Yeah,
It's the bit that makes it psychedelic, isn't it?
Yeah, so like with the surname Marley and being given
THC.
marijuana, she's gone the full dreadlocks. I mean, the change has been phenomenal, really. And she's embraced the Rastafarian sort of like lifestyle in a very short amount of time.
walking
You
around.
get a Rasta hat, don't you know?
Yeah, I rang her today, and she said, "Hey man,
Hey, John, man."
He's just chilling with your dad.
That's so true.
Smoking
I
the
wish
ganja.
it were true. I'd still be laughing now.
Oh, well, now we're insulting the Caribbean.
Yes. Apologies. We shouldn't do it.
So there is it's not a rumor, but I looked into the family tree a number of years ago, a good 10 years ago, and I can't rule out the possibility of Bob Marley actually being related to my family.
Well, he probably is. He's got the same surname.
Yeah, but apart from that, like his ancestors came from Devon, as did mine,
Yeah.
and
This is the thing, because Billy Connolly, family comes from Sligo, the same as mine.
He's half black. His grandfather was British Army that was based in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I haven't found proof one way or the other, but he was from a town not too far from where as far back we can trace the Marley family, which is Highweek in Devon near East Ogwell, actually. In Devon.
It's like Billy Connolly. His family comes from Sligo, same as mine.
Does he?
Yeah. I think it was his great grandparents, and it was my great grandparents as well. My granddad's great grandparents.
Well, I mean, but obviously, but he's talented.
Git. Good job, I love you.
I do love Billy Connolly. He's a funny guy.
Yeah. Timmy says, very good news.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture of them sitting happily together after,
Is this a proof of life photo?
Enjoying the split.
It is, but it's also so I sent this to Waitrose Gary, because this is them in their new home, right? So you can see the view. There's Melbourne in the background, blue sky. But both of them, the look in their faces, get on with it, John. Is it finished yet? Yeah, but there we are.
Right. The time has come, the walrus said.
Jim says, Dieter, yes, they did. Some real courage and guts it took to knowingly sacrifice themselves. Yeah. Bless them. Dieter, if I ever get my hands on a blue glow-in-the-dark paint, might do that, Mikey, as the glow is to be bluish. Not the classic fluorescent greenish yellow you see in many series and documentaries. Yeah. Radiation glows blue.
Does it? Oh, radium and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a pale blue glow. Junior says, that's fabulous, John. Oh, that looks fabulous, John.
Right.
Thank you. It is. It's looking. I went for the screen because it's ugly. Being, it's a muted grey and all that sort of stuff. But it's making me smile. Like, it's probably the kit I want to build the most at the moment. Oh no, that and the Shannon. They're both beautiful builds. Well, then I've got nothing else on the bench, so yay.
I'm enjoying this.
Oh, bugger, where do I put that bit?
I do like this blue. It's lovely.
I want a decent brush for me decals.
Yeah, that blue is very nice. Bugger.
She said.
So at the base of the wing, you could probably just barely see them, but there's a couple of photo etch stringers. I guess the strengtheners there. They're on that side there. I've knocked one off on this side, and I've just dropped it off my desktop thing, my shelf, and I cannot see it. Where? So
You're
I'm just
both
going to have
getting
to.
comfy today, aren't you?
I've just, I tend to lose most of what I'm working on.
It's not the postman, is it?
What the hell?
Dieter says this is due to the Cherenkov effect, and normally you should not see it unless under heavy water or in lead shielding. Yeah. It happened in a town in South America, didn't it? There's a hospital that had been, like a community hospital that had been shut down, and I think it was the X-ray machine or something had been left there, and some guys collecting or looking for scrap metal had found it and took it apart and took the radiation source out of it, not realizing what it was. They took it to the scrap dealers, and the scrap dealer, they bought it off them, and they kept it in there, and then they realized it was, so they broke it open to get all the metals out and stuff, and he realized that it was glowing blue, so he invited all his friends and family round to look at it.
Oh no.
And then his niece took a little bit to make it, it was like a powder, so she rubbed it all over herself to make herself glow and things like that. And then some of his family took it home on the bus, and it ended up spreading over the entire town. And they ended up, the only way they could get rid of it was one of the family members got realized that all her family were getting very sick ever since this thing came into their lives, but she didn't know what it was, so she took it to the doctors in a handbag on the bus, full of people, and said, "Here's all this metal. For some reason, it's making my family sick. Please get rid of it.
My God.
And find out what's causing them to be sick." And the doctor thought there was something weird about it, so he put it outside on a chair, and they had to get a concrete drain pipe, put that round it, and then fill that full of concrete in order to make it safe-ish.
How awful.
Yeah. But the guy from the hospital who'd been called in to find the source of radiation that was making everyone ill, he went to this doctor's, and luckily he realized what it was, because the firefighters that were there were just going to take it and wash it into the river. Just wash it down and let all the water go into the drains and then just chuck it in the river. And he said, no, you can't do that. We need to encase it in concrete. Do not flush it into the water system. But yeah, the whole town had to be sterilized and things. And buildings had to be demolished and all sorts because of it.
There's some towns in Australia that should be sterilised as well, I think.
There's some people in Australia that should have been sterilised as well, isn't there, John?
Well, yeah. Have you heard of Portuguesa? Yeah.
Not that we're condoning sterilising people.
If there's anybody watching.
Yeah, I was referring to John, not any group of people. Dieter says, good news, John. Happy to hear that. Oh, you got a first decal down. Well done,
Yes, I
George.
have. And yeah, went down really well.
I'll remind you at this point, you don't need to put on the rib tape if you don't want. It's your model.
Okay. Did you put decal setting solution over it, John?
I don't think I did. No, I put micro set down under
Right.
them, but I haven't gone over with micro sol. I haven't needed to because they adhered very well.
Right.
I didn't prep the plastic at all. I didn't even prime it. Just as this is the upper wing, and just literally plastic. I did
Yeah.
wash these screws before I started. That's all I've done, and I don't tend to do that, but it looked like these Eduard ones had a little bit heavy-handed release agent.
Yeah. Me and Gary both primed ours, don't we, Gary?
Yeah.
It's not looking too bad. Jim says, got to give the Germans credit. They knew how to decorate an airplane.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a very nice one to make them easy to spot.
Oops. Careful.
I also think Douglas Bader, like obviously he had a distaste for Germans during the Second World War, and I can understand why. However, the pilot of this one, his name was Bader, so maybe he had German ancestors.
Bizarre, that, isn't it? Because after the war, he became very good friends with Adolf Galland.
Yeah.
I see a lovely photograph the other day of Adolf Galland sat in the cockpit of a Spitfire with Douglas Bader and Johnny Johnson stood looking in the cockpit.
Did you see the other photo from the Second World War with Douglas Bader in the cockpit of a ME-109?
No.
I'll grab a book. I'll just show you.
There you go. Dieter says, when I see those Schwabians, I'm thinking of Monty Python scene with the killer bunny. And I'm going to pour myself some more coffee. Jim says, one rabbit coming up. We are well behind. Dieter, agree, Jim. Even their current machines come with stunning liveries sometimes. Only the Belgian F-16s are even better, in my honest opinion, but might be biased. Maybe.
Okay, this is Reach for the Sky. It's Paul Brickhill's biography on Douglas Bader. Now in here, this is a Folio Society edition, so it's got lovely photos in it.
Oh,
and there he is, the man himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you'll notice no crowbar on the door.
No crowbar.
So that's a Spitfire Mark 1A. Here we are, this one. There we go there.
Cool.
Was that after he'd been captured?
Yes. So the caption says, well, Bader, yeah, there he is. So Bader is next to, he's in the middle.
Oh, there's Galland.
Galland there. Yeah. Right. So it says Bader on St. Olma airfield with Oberleutnant Adolf Galland, Germany's most distinguished fighter pilot. Below, despite being a prisoner of war, Galland allowed Bader to sit in the cockpit of an ME-109. It was only after the war, when Galland sent Bader this photo, that he noticed that the German officer had been pointing a pistol at him. So this guy behind his head pointing a pistol at him. What is interesting is he was like, in this book, Bader was saying, I was counting up the chances of being able to take off, like, to get it started and to fly back to Britain and stuff like that. And he said, I'm glad I didn't, because they would have shot me in the head.
Yeah.
Can I catch up with the chat? Because we're about 20 minutes.
Please do.
Julian, Hagrid, maybe silver underneath to give the glowing effect, and blue contrast paint over the end, to the end up with the blue glow. Who knows? Penny's in, says, oops, late again. Morning, peeps. Hello, Penny.
Morning,
Hello, Penny.
Good morning, BBC and panel and chat.
Morning.
Julian, over the top even. Thank you. Dieter, Julian, I was thinking of getting them to actually glow when you switch the light off. Yeah, glow in the dark paint. I think you can get the blue one. Not sure. I'll rattle through these modders. Ooh. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right. Julian, hi Penny. Julian, hi Sprue. Sprue, hi Tiff, Penny, Julian. Dieter, oops, almost read that as Money Penny. Tiffany Lewin. My whole mind is not minding the right business. Jim says, hey Sprue. Jim says, good morning to you, Penny. Did I miss one? No, I didn't, did I? Dieter, hi Sprue. Athol, Sprue, how are you? Yeah, Tiff says THC. That's how far behind I am.
That's what's been removed from the cannabis.
Yeah. Jim says, many states have legalized it. They finally figured out that, much like gambling, states can make millions of dollars. I think that's the real reason why. Yeah.
Okay.
It is legal in Wales. It can be prescribed in Wales, but only for certain conditions, like multiple sclerosis and things. Dieter says, on John's question, we did, given we have 2 nuclear facilities in the province, 1 nuclear power plant, Dole. Speak out, Dole liking, Dual liking Ghoul. Dual. And the research facility in Mall. Pronounced as Mall. There you go. Dieter says, add to that historical interest, and I became pretty well informed about nuclear fission and how it's being contained and controlled. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, right.
Tiffany says you can be prescribed it in the UK, but it's not the plant, it's just the liquid. I have a friend in Scotland that has it. Strangely, England's the only place in the UK where you can't be prescribed it.
Yeah, Marion uses CBD.
Yeah, you can get CBD, but you can't be prescribed cannabis.
No, that's right.
In England, you can get CBD over the counter. Belgian. Dieter says, P.S. I'm retiring as a firefighter. Final day, December the 1st.
Wow.
I assume that's 2025.
Yes. Tiffany says, please don't forget to hit that like button, folks. Yes, please do.
Oh.
It all helps.
I'm zoomed in. Can somebody make me small? Me.
Julie says, Jim, reference gambling. If I recall correctly, George W. Bush outlawed betting websites probably as a measure against gambling addiction. Yeah, you could do that over here, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
Dieter, click that button, get to the chopper. Julie says, 11 likes, 21 watching. Oi, the 10. Click that like. Time, actually. Sprue, hi, Athol. Hello, Sprue. Jim says, Julian, the gambling laws are regulated by states individually. As far as I know, everything is available on the table, and the average consumer is just about every state of the union. There we go. Dieter, John wants to try a Herman Marwade search and rescue cruiser. Revel is issuing her again, together with a Dutch Coast Guard towing ship Waker. Guardian in Dutch pronounced as Wacker.
Careful how you say that with a mouthful of marbles.
Yeah.
Okay,
Julian, retiring firefighter, surely a contradiction in terms, Dieter. Oh, that meaning of retiring. Athol, Benji, your barking has just woken up Hamish, so he's now staring at my TV and wondering where you are as the screen is black.
Can you do me a favor quickly, Mikey? Just go back 2 comments. I wanted to get the spelling of that Herman. Mar. M-A-R. Sorry. M-A-R-W-E-D-E. Okay, thank you. I should look that up.
My pleasure, buddy. Jim says, laugh out loud, Athol. And, okay, Jim, I thought it was federal laws. George W. Bush allegedly changed it. Talking of sterilised, Katie Hopkins once asked on Twitter, what do you give the man who's been my father for 40 years? Someone quickly replied, a condom. Dear God. Really?
Really?
How inappropriate. Jim says, Julian, about 10 years ago, the US Supreme Court ruled that gambling could be regulated by states individually. Yeah. There we go. Julian Barder was apparently a divisive character liked by people he deemed his equal, but he treated others quite badly, a bit like Gibson in that respect, who's good to officers.
Yeah, I don't think I would have liked him if I had met him.
No.
But he wouldn't have liked me because I was not a commissioned officer.
He was a big mate with Air Vice Marshal Lee Mallory, who wasn't a very good air officer.
Yeah, I agree.
Barder was under his wing. And yeah. Anyway, carry on, Mikey.
Carry on, old boy. Jim says, he who gambles lives in shambles. Absolutely. Dieter says, Herman Marwade. Pronounced Marwade.
I'm on my wader.
Are you singing? Are you singing?
No, no singing here.
Dieter, they have two smaller ships in the catalogue, the Berlin type and the Verena craft. They are also used as support craft on the larger cruise like Marwade. Nice. Ooh, pressed the wrong button.
And the stream ended.
And I finally Jim says no singing.
Yes, stop it. It's getting silly.
LM02 Vallejo.
Well, my fears were unfounded. That's gone down nicely.
That's what she said.
My fears were unfounded. Oh, what?
Hey. Over before.
I'm hearing the voices.
LM02.
To boldly go.
TBG's in. He says, hello, everyone. Hello, TBG.
Hello.
The now famous TBG.
Yes. Ooh, still got 14 likes. You can do it, people. 14 likes, 19.
No,
20.
Crikey.
TBG says, oh no, Martin says, morning.
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 Top of the morning. And now I've insulted the Irish.
Well, we might as well keep going, hey?
Well,
at least equality-wise, we're insulting everybody.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. If we're insulting everyone, then it
can't be
fair treatment, isn't it?
Hmm. Well, dead chuffed with that. Dead chuffed with how they went on there. My fears were unfounded.
Athol says, afternoon, James. And Julian says, indeed, Gary. And Barder had a friend who was an MP. He used that connection to push the big wing strategy through, despite only being a squadron leader at the time.
That's right. Yep. It was the big wing, which a lot of fighter pilots didn't like.
No, because at that point, by the time it was brought in, I think really what it comes down to is 11 Group, which is down at Kent, had all the action because they were at the front where the Germans were flying over. 12 Group, which is further up, is where Barder was, didn't have enough of the action. They wanted to have a bit of biffo. And I think it was just an excuse for them to get involved. My view is small wings and the way they were doing up to that point not only worked, but, were a success. And any reason to change it was just basically other people big noting themselves. Yeah. I think he would have been annoying if I had met him. Because he wouldn't even. I don't think he'd say hello to me because I wasn't an officer.
No, I mean unbelievably brave man, no question about it.
No question. No.
But as a person, probably not one to be on my Christmas card list.
I think that if he hadn't lost his legs, he would have just been any other pilot. Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it? That's pretty much the only reason he was famous, because he didn't do anything extraordinary other than the fact that he lost his legs and carried on flying. Mark Richards says, "Hello, everyone. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Do you know what? It is getting a bit chilly. I'm going to put my snuddy on. If I can reach." TVG says, "Hi, Athol."
See,
And Tiffany says, "Ooh, hey."
Let's go. Carry on with that, and I'll say in a minute.
Tiffany says, "Ooh, Wonderland models have a Marwade for starter set for 26 quid." There we go.
See, one Battle of Britain fighter pilot who's massively
Underrated.
overlooked is Sailor Milan.
Yes.
He was the highest scoring fighter pilot in the Second World War.
Yeah.
In the RAF. But I don't know whether it's because he was South African. No one talks about him.
Oh, I do.
I think he was
South
accredited with
Africans-
37 kills.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
know
phenomenal.
now. Julian is tapping away on his computer.
You can hear him, can't you?
You can hear him going. I'll just clarify that. Research.
Fact checker.
Your Warhawk, Kitty Hawk that you're building, Mikey.
Yeah, Tomahawk.
Oh, Tomahawk. Oh, they're all the same thing. So they're different services called them different names.
Yeah.
This is a pilot, Neville Duke's Book of Flying. So this is from 1954. This is a pilot of yours. So here we go.
Neville Duke from Tunbridge in Kent.
Yeah, that's the one. So that's him there and his record. Land speed record obtaining, or airspeed record, I should say. Hawker Hunter with an afterburner. What's interesting about this book is the shape of things to come. This is 1954. So they've got the Vulcan before it was a Vulcan.
Yeah.
They've got a flying wing. They've got a rocket to travel to Australia. And they've got vertical takeoff and landing pogo.
Nice.
And none of them work, so they're coming down in a parachute. But there we are.
Cool. I've actually finished that.
What's the nose? What's the colour of the nose on this here thing? What I is doing?
No more comments. Yay.
Black.
Yeah. Do we have any more viewers though?
Fair same, 21.
Not a viewer to be
Oh,
seen.
you sound disappointed. I think it's remarkable.
I think it's wonderful. I think each and every one of them is a special and wonderful person.
I concur with that.
And you'll see all the watchers just disappear now. Oh, that guy's a tosser. What the hell?
Oh, thank you very much. Love you too.
Here we go.
Git.
So I've just I'm up to the bottom of the aircraft is done now. So I'm letting it dry. Apart from putting the cross on the rudder, which I'll do shortly. I'm just prepping these decals and everything else to do the top wing. But before I did that, there's cutouts for the lower surface where the struts go. So I've just painted them literally with a brush with RLMO2, which is the color it calls out. It's a great grey-green, a German grey. For that, so it'll be under the decal, so it'll look like it's painted. There we are. The next step for me really is painting purple. The bit where the guns are, just forward of it'll be under the guns.
Yeah,
I haven't done the purple yet. We'll see how that goes.
Jim says, Barder, along with Lee Mallory, were the proponents of the big wing theory. Keith Parker objected strongly. Not sure what became of Parker after the Battle of Britain.
He became Air Officer Commanding Malta.
Yeah.
And then after he saved Britain from the Germans, he then saved Malta from the Germans and the Italians.
A remarkable New Zealander. And I've said before, any New Zealander that becomes successful is claimed as an Australian anyway. So a remarkable Australian.
Indeed.
No, I think him and
he called the pilots his chicks, didn't he? Oh no, that was head of Fighter Command. What was his name?
Dowding.
Dowding, that's it. He was a spiritualist, and he called the pilots his chicks.
Yeah, he was.
There was a bit of that, but I think he did more to save Britain than anyone else in history.
He battled like hell, didn't he, to get the pilots bulletproof glass for the front of the cockpits?
Yeah, but not only that, like he's the guy who set up the observer corps. He set up everything. He was probably, they think, maybe the first guy to ever hear and communicate via radio in any aircraft. He's a remarkable guy. And one of the things he kept from the First World War was his control stick with a bullet in it. Like, he was just about killed, but the stick saved him. So he saved that as a hell of a souvenir, I think.
Tiff says, you've just reached 580 subs whilst live, Mikey. Fantastic. Thank you.
Well done, Mikey.
I don't know who number 580 was, but thank you.
Well, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me either.
Yeah, but subscribe to
YouTube
yourself,
proud of
have you?
this thing. No.
No.
YouTube don't like it. Mark says, Tamiya F-16 148 finished last night. Really chuffed with it. Nice.
Nice.
You like an F-16, don't you, John?
Well, I do. I had a look around one. I was in the hangar a couple of years ago, and I heard some stories about them. There's like a particular port where they use their version of RLCS. It's it's a special sort of compound that's really flammable and toxic
Hydrazine.
and stuff like that. Is that it? Yeah.
Hydrazine, yeah. Pardon? All right, bye. Yeah, hydrazine. When we had an F-16 divert into Wittering with a problem, and the pilot ended up sitting in the cockpit for the best part of 4 hours while they tried to get rid of the hydrazine leak or sort that out, because it is extremely nasty stuff.
Yeah. It's funny. They use the same stuff, really. In the F-18 as well as the F-35. They call it different names. But one of them is, no, wear gloves, glasses, and all the other stuff. And the other one, the other aircraft, the publication says, you can drink it if you want, but we don't reckon you should. I'm just thinking, what changed between 1986 and now?
They stopped being wimps. Martin says, my comments keep disappearing. What's happening? I don't know, buddy. It could be YouTube. Sometimes they play silly buggers. Dieter, wasn't that Keith a Kiwi? He was.
He was.
Yeah.
He was indeed a fruit. Jim says, Mark, sounds great, Mark. Can you post pics on Discord, please? I would like to see it. Is Mark in the Discord? Oh, I don't have Discord. There you go. Next. Martin says, just posted a comment about Barda, and it's there but not showing on the feed. Ooh, interesting.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah, might be StreamYard playing up there. Unless it's been held for review. Jim says, Martin Mountford, I'm seeing your most recent comment, Martin. Dieter, and yes, he was a remarkable defender of London that fought in both world wars, including Gallipoli, Somme, Britain, Malta, Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Martin says, I'll try that again.
Please.
Brilliant. Back, been AFK for the last 5 minutes or so. Always happens after I've typed something. Go. Mark says, Jim, I don't have Discord and it will never be complete as trod on the air intake, although I'm trying to make one. Oh, I see. You planted your big size 9s on it. Julie says, afternoon, Martin. Jim, yes, Park was a World War I ace, I believe. From what I've read about him, Park was well respected amongst the pilots and his ground crews. He was. Tiffany, Martin Mountford, it could be certain words you're using. YouTube will not post those comments. I don't know. Mark said, I nursed a bloke who was imprisoned with Barda and hated his constant escape attempts because it resulted in collective punishments.
Yeah, I've
makes
heard that
sense.
story
Yeah.
as well.
Well, he wanted to get back to the fight. There's no question. His bravery.
Is it bravery, though, or was it glory hunting? That's the question.
I don't think it was glory hunting. I think, he was wanting to defend his nation, like most Germans are trying to escape as well, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. But yeah.
Yeah. I think there's sort of an expectation on officers as well to try and escape, wasn't there?
Well, it was part of their duty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was. But
now it'd just be trying to survive.
Well, now you'd just be hit with an AK, I think.
Yeah. No law of armed conflict in it when the sides didn't sign it. Mark says, I have another 172. Mrs. ordered it instead of a 148, so kept both. Bonus.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So what scheme is the F-16? Is it one of the standard greys, or is it one of the aggressors? Or let us know.
Tiff's put the Discord link in.
Oh.
Lincoln
Park. Keith Park.
Good.
I'll see the link. There's a link.
Yes. Drew says Keith Park. He was New Zealand, and Don Bennett, CEO of RF Bomber Commons. PFF was an Aussie. Cool. TBG says, yes, Barda. I've seen his tin legs in Queen Mary's Hospital. There we go.
That's where he left them.
Not a euphemism.
PFF is Pathfinder Force. Here it is.
Yes.
After he was captured, the Air Force were given permission by the Germans to fly and drop a spare set of legs to him, because when he bailed out, his legs stayed in the Spitfire.
That is true. Yeah.
And to stop him escaping,
Sorry,
they took his legs away.
Why not? Makes sense to me. Now, the problem is the decals for this plane are white.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
okay.
the problem is the backing paper for the decals is white. We've not thought this through. So I can't see which one has got the right decal on. Right. Has that got decals on? It's got something on it. All right, they're masks. Okay. That's masks for the wheels and stuff.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So you're after decals number 30 and 31 for the brooms.
Yes.
Dieter, going off. Some on-site work to do. See you later, mateys. All right, buddy.
There, Dieter.
Cheers, Dieter.
Mark Richards says, Tiff, cheers. I'll sort it when my son comes home. Excellent. Julian says, Jim, post Battle of Britain Park was posted to Malta. Yep, we already said that.
He took over from, I can't remember the guy's name.
If you listen
the
to
guy
the
he took
Americans,
over from was hated by the military pilot, the RAF pilots.
Oh, okay.
But if you listen to some of the Americans, they saved Malta.
They did not.
There was a lot of Canadians. George Burling, he was out there. There were some Americans, but
the Americans saved the world.
if you want to read a good book about Malta, James Holland's book about Malta, Fortress Malta, it's called. He's excellent.
Does it mention Faith, Hope, and Glory?
It does. It also mentions Lieutenant Commander Wanklin, VC.
Sorry?
Wanklin.
Yeah, he was a submarine commander.
Oh,
He was Lieutenant Commander Wanklin, and he got awarded a posthumous VC. Or was it? It might not have been posthumous actually, but I know he was lost when the submarine sunk. Yeah, so his nickname was Wanks.
what are the odds?
Yeah. We had a captain called he ended up a major called Andrew Bates. So when he got promoted to major, he was Major Bates. Oh, did that get some stick?
But no, James Holland's book is very good because he looks at it from the civilian side in Malta as well.
So the better-looking Marley's building a Maltese Spitfire right now. Well, he's not right now because he's on the Scout Jamboree in Maryborough in Queensland. But he's doing I think RB are the codes. It's at the Malta Air Museum. Has been restored. Beautiful looking things.
I take it there's only one set of decals for the wings.
There is, yes.
All the same, regardless of scheme. Right.
Yes.
Cool. Just checking. Martin says, Dougie Tunstall was the guy I nursed. Lost both legs getting out of Lancaster. Great bloke. Rest in peace.
Right.
Martin says, that's who told me about Barda. He thought he was a self-publicist and an egotist. Yeah. Very probably. Mark says, like Ghost Grey, Gunship Grey, etc. Oh, for his F-16.
Oh, nice. Yes, so standard. Yeah. No, very nice plane. I did see a picture, I think yesterday on Facebook somewhere, of the YF-16 flying alongside the YF-17. Remarkable photo because, of course, both of them, what became the F-18, the F-16, was before all the mods over the years and the extra lumps and bumps and bearings and antenna and so beautiful little thing. It's just really nice. So imagine, say, in 40 years, F-35s are going to have all these awful lumps and bumps on them that they don't even know about yet.
And the B-52s will still be flying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. TBG says it's called the Barda wing, where his legs are. They specialise in replacement limbs for amputees. Yeah,
there's
cool. Julian, I read that Barda's shooting down was friendly fire. He was flying towards a formation of 109s, and another pilot thought he was another 109 joining them.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I could look it up in the book, but it doesn't matter ultimately, does he?
Or it could have been a flight sergeant pilot that was fed up with him. Not
fed up
the
pilot. Knob. Yeah.
Hey, Rich has made it. Hey, Rich.
Hi, mate.
We did send the search team out for you. Julian says, with regards to the term friendly fire, I'm not convinced any fire coming towards you is friendly. Yeah.
That is a fair comment.
Yeah. Mark says, Julian, hello from Norfolk.
Oh.
Julian says, hi, Exploring, and hi, Mark. I got it for you. Exploring says, hello, Julian. And how is everyone doing today? We're doing very well, thank you.
Very well. I'm
peachy. Just peachy.
Chuffed to little meatballs with how my decals have gone on.
Well, I just realised Mark's a member as well. Cool. Julian says, hi, TBG. And TBG's a member. I think they were gifted memberships. TBG says,
Tammy, then.
Sorry?
That'll be Tammy then.
Yeah, she's good. Mark says, I would love an F-16 XL kit.
Oh, so would I.
I have got a half-built Kinetic F16, and I think that Kinetic F16 is going to. Oh no, I haven't got it anymore. I binned it the other day.
You binned it?
It was awful.
Oh.
Yeah, I needed to make room for my Christmas presents, so my stash shelf, my shelf of stashness.
Put your teeth back in, Gary.
I was about to come.
Stashicity.
I was about to become Sean Connery. Yeah, I needed space basically.
Okay. Well.
I've got quite a lot. Of
I've never built an. Oh, that's wrong. I have built one F16 kit when I was in year 8, so it's 82. A friend had an F16 kit and he asked me and Paul to build it for him, which it literally just proves how long we've been modelling for. And yeah, did all that.
If it were down to me, I would never buy another Kinetic F6, another Kinetic kit at all.
No.
No.
Just because of the instruction quality.
The instruction quality is appalling.
Yes.
And that predominantly it caused half the problems I had with it.
Okay.
And the reason I say if it was down to me was because you never know what these two buggers are going to cook up.
Mate, you really think I'm going to cook up a jet? I've told you what my next idea is.
Yeah, but John might.
John won't because he knows I won't do it.
You did that nap, didn't you?
I got halfway through and went, this is boring. It was just 172 is just far too small for a plane that size.
I have to say, I said this year I was going back to 172.
Yeah.
And I suppose with the Chinook I will be, but it's quite a big 172nd kit.
Yeah.
But the other two kits I'm going to start in the near future are both 148s. So yeah, the moral of that story is don't trust anything that comes out of my gob.
The next two 3 veterans bills are going to not be 148 or 172.
This is true.
Not that we're giving
hang on, the next. I know what the next one is. What's the one after that? Oh no, we can't give a hint.
Have
you decided?
We'll have to.
Do I know?
It's Mikey's choice after my one that's coming next.
Yes.
So
we have discussed it in the past.
I think I know what it. I remember what it is. I think you mentioned it to me the other day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Remind me off here.
Yes. It's one you can get over there. I know that because we've discussed it before.
Oh, I can get everything now. Everything is on the shelves. That's not true. Just the FX has been restocked, which I am eternally grateful.
Which is fine, except for when we're not doing airfix.
Yeah, I get it. There's also, I think, 3 days now, maybe 4, till FX announce their new kits for
14th, 4 o'clock on the 14th.
There you go.
After which our friend Gary is doing an interview with Dale Luckhurst.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Probably to say, why haven't you done a Halifax?
Yes.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
Julian says, one of the other students on my master's was an egotistical menace. His initials were ARS. I suggested adding Esquire at the end, so it would be Ars. He was one.
Arse.
Very good.
Arse.
Julian says, going back a bit, that Herman Marwade model is €14.99 on Revel's website. There we go.
Wow, hell, that's cheap.
That's a house over here.
Yeah. That's a mansion, isn't it, John?
Sure is.
Rich says, I'm just waiting on my Shannon class lifeboat. Ooh.
Oh, it's worth the wait, mate. It is worth the wait.
Yeah. Tiffany says, Julian, the Marwade 1200 Revel model set is $26.99 at Wonderland Models.
Yeah.
Go on Scale Mates to tell you where it's sold. Mark says, where is your bin? I'm coming to get the air intake.
Mate, if I still had it and I knew I would have sent you a bit, but it wasn't a nice kit.
Apple says the only aircraft I build these days are Kobe 148 scale, as Lego do not build fast jets.
Fair enough.
But Airfix do. They do the quick build kits.
Yeah.
They've got the Eurofighter and the F-35.
And the Apache. And a Spitfire.
Yeah. And a Messerschmitt.
And a Messerschmitt.
And a Mustang.
Yeah.
I know that because me and Morgan have done the Messerschmitt, Spitfire, and a Mustang. Julian says, Tiff, that probably includes their customs and shipping costs. Yeah, probably does. Right. Time to get some deckling done. Oh, I really don't want to do these big wing decals.
Well, if it's something like the bottom wing, the bottom wing was stunning.
They just go on. I think you'll be fine.
I think it's because they're big, they're easier to...
Yeah, so they don't need to be in the water for long, but they don't break up or anything. They behave very well. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Well, I hope you are. The world is watching.
TBG says, and an F-22 Raptor. Yes, they do.
They do an F-22 as well.
They're amazing.
I think this water might be a bit too hot. Yeah, hot. It's all right. It'll cool down very quick.
I never use hot water.
No, I don't.
It'll cool down. Well, I didn't want it to be cold, but I forgot the flask. My flask is really good at keeping hot water hot.
You wanted it tepid.
Yes. Shit, that's still too hot.
I am very much enjoying hanging out with not just you two gentlemen, but everybody else in the chat. I think I still really enjoy these sessions. I think I look forward to them every time.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Well, I do, regardless of what you really think. But no, I really appreciate the chat. It's just a talk with me for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm always amazed how much progress I get done on these sessions, because I spend most of it nattering and messing about, but
I'm having fun playing with water.
Can we play with water today, miss?
Still too hot. Oh, do you know what? I might as well just pour the bloody water in. So square.
That'll be too cold.
Most likely. Oh, actually, no, that's about right. Cool. Right. Tiff says search for the Marwade and scale notes and has no results. Cool.
Oh, okay.
Julian says Tiff search for the model number 05812. I found it listed under that on ScaleMates. There we go.
05812. Got it.
That's
be sure to look it up. I do like floaty things.
He likes floaters. Oh wow, that curled up quick.
Yes. No, as I say, it doesn't need to be in there for long at all. You could probably take it out now and it'll be fine. But yeah, I think you'll like the way they behave.
Come on.
I've never had any problems. No, that's wrong. The only problems I've had with there's a couple of Eduard decals, very, very few. I've done lots, but there's a couple of them that hadn't had the clear film applied to them. Because you can see the shiny bits on that. Oh, it looks like it's all shiny, but so there was one sheet I had for a BF109 where that didn't have it on one of the decals, but I'll put this stuff on it. I don't know if you've heard of this or used it, anybody in the chat, but it's the same mob that do Microset, Microsol, so Microscale Industries. This stuff is a liquid decal film, and you just put it on any decal if it's old and yellowing or whatever, and it makes a new sort of top surface for it, and it saved me a couple of times. It's really, really good.
There you go.
Sweet.
Top tip from John.
Indeed.
Now, I'm not sure whether the Signal Red are the same shade.
Well, it's lifting, kind of. Put it in a little bit longer. There you go. Let's lift it off. Julian says the Marwade is a new tool for 2011. No idea what they did last year. Maybe just a re-release. Maybe.
I can't use that red. Bugger.
No?
No, it's pinky.
George says, hello, everyone. Hello, George.
Hi, George.
Oh, George.
Here's George. Here's George. Now, the radiator grill at the front of this thing.
Yeah.
What colour is it?
I've painted mine.
On mine, it's white.
I think it's a gunmetal.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. I'm trying to see. It doesn't give you much of a clue on the.
Oh, it says to paint it aluminium. I think. I think I went for dark aluminium.
Oh,
You fallen, Gary? Had a heart attack?
no,
Stroke?
I just happen to have in my hand dark aluminium.
Oh,
Haha. Success. At last.
She breathes.
Breeds or breathes?
so I need of all these crosses. I need number 11. So it's that one there and that one there. The ones that are in the actual middle of the page. How fun!
Oh, that's what.
How do I get down there?
Ooh,
Has anybody watched the TV series Outlander?
yes, used to.
Yes,
So they put it.
It's bloody porn.
Oh, yeah,
Pretty
it
much.
sure is. Yeah. I did the first 4 seasons. They were in Scotland, as you know. Once they moved to, well, spoiler alert, the colonies over in America, I lost interest. It's just, I just didn't. I wouldn't say.
We watched the episode last night where she had to marry Jamie. This is in the first season, so that she would become Scottish, and therefore they couldn't hand her over to the British.
Yep.
He wanted to kick her head in, basically, and the whole episode was all about their wedding night.
Yes.
I was just like, "Oh, come on!"
Well, yeah. So it's not bad. It's as seasons go. The guy who plays, her husband in the present, as well as the arsehole in the past, is a really good actor. It's worth watching. There's a scene that comes up later. It's worth watching. Yeah, he's terrifying, that guy. Really is. It's not bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Like I did, as I say, until I got down to Louisiana or wherever they are, and just sort of went, oh, this doesn't interest me anymore.
Yeah.
I am into Shrinking on Apple TV at the moment with Harrison Ford and some other dude, and I'm finding that wonderful. I think the characters all have their little quirks, and it's funny. It's a funny script, and I'm enjoying it.
Oh, that's good.
And Harrison Ford, he plays himself as he does in every other thing, but he's one of those compelling actors, I think.
George says, got the Lego Sopwith camel set. There we go.
Yeah, I've got that. It cost me $16 because the box was crushed.
Dorkosaurus says, coffee time. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dorkosaurus. Tiffany says, I'd buy it off the Revel site, but I'd prefer to buy from an independent business than a global multi-million business. Yeah. Problem is, if the independent business doesn't have it, you have no choice. Junior says, there are some wacky Fokker D.VII paint jobs on Google if you look at the images. Yeah.
That one.
Mm.
Yeah. So the box was crushed at Kmart, so $16 for 577 pieces. I thought that was a bargain.
Mm.
It's all still there. I do love a camel. Wonderful plane.
Yeah. I think I've got 172nd camel. I'm not sure. 172nd biplane just seems like asking for pain.
They are challenging. Like
It's a masochistic sort of scale modelling.
Yeah. So yeah, I built the Albatross in 72nd. It made me want to buy the 48 scale one. But
You get wafers with it.
Wafer
Just one
thin.
wafer thin mint.
Me too. Only a wafer thin.
George says they made some jets to have, but have cut back massively since the Lego Osprey. Yeah.
Are they? Is there a problem with that?
Probably. Julian, not sure how independent anyone is nowadays, Tiff. But fair enough. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? George says, hot damn, paid 70 quid for mine. And he says, oh, you have a different one to me.
Yeah, yours is a green wing one? A later one, I think. Because, I got this one years ago.
He has the Lego Creator one. There you go.
Oh, okay.
With working flaps. Ooh,
Matron.
Yes. There you go. It's not looking too bad. Leave that one to dry, and I'll do the top side of the other two, of the lower wing. Oh, we've got 2.5 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
Hasn't that time gone quick?
It always does, doesn't it?
I was enjoying myself as well. Such a shame.
These 3 kits we're doing, they're all the same, as you know, but they are kind of look so different from each other.
Yeah.
Completely different colours, schemes, everything, markings.
Yeah. But I think that would make it even more interesting. It's a shame you can't get over to Telford this year, John, because we could have all 3 lined up.
Well, never say never.
Bron won't let you. She'll increase the wear print on top of the head.
If I say there's a shopping centre hard on by, no, she hates shopping actually.
If you said that, she'd be very confused.
What, hard on? Yeah,
yes.
She would be. Yeah.
What's that?
Ew! Put it away.
It's the end of the stream, but we've just gone up to 27 viewers.
Well, it's about to drop down again now.
Yeah, it's just dropped to 24. Do you want to do another half hour?
Yeah.
I'll do the decals. Yeah. Gary?
Yeah, fine.
Just checking you're still alive. I wasn't asking you.
Proof of life.
Yeah.
I may have to run downstairs. In fact, I will have to run downstairs and feed the dog.
Well, don't run too fast.
Well, when I say run downstairs, that would be strap myself into my chairlift and
into your stunner.
Into my stunner. So yeah, I'll
So
just
I'll
mute myself for a bit. I'm just going to go and feed the dog, and I'll be right back.
Okay. There you go. You got another half hour, people. As I do these decals.
There we go. So that's the fuselage decals done. Well, actually, no. I've got one stencil to do. But yeah, what a weird looking scheme. which is why I chose it, because it's like quirky. Yeah,
George says they made a licensed Lego Osprey helicopter. Peeps in Germany protested because it's a violent rescue helicopter.
Violent rescue helicopter.
Oh, does it go around chopping people up, or?
There's not many people.
I know
it's mainly the U.S. Marines, and there's certain
I know they
countries
keep
that
crashing
don't
it, don't they?
Well, all helicopters are dangerous. Let's face it.
Yes. If you're not stood on the ground, well, just going up in the air is dangerous.
Yeah, but they're Marines, so they want to try
They
to
love danger.
arsehole each other, and they just expose themselves to things that normal people wouldn't. Just to bloody chest beat each other and that bullshit.
Yeah.
Semper Fi.
Yeah.
I've met some Marines. Some of them are full on nut jobs. One of them was very sad, actually. His mate was killed in Baghdad, in Bagram actually, and he kept his boot.
Oh.
But he annoyed everybody because part of his foot was still in it, and it stunk out the barracks, and he couldn't let it go. So war is terrible. It messes people up.
Yes, it does. Oh, cripes. It does indeed. So this is the left one. George says, so they canned it as it was being released. There we go. Kevin Trainer's in. He says, good morning. Good morning, Kevin.
Hello.
Julian, I sit corrected. According to Company's House, Wonderland models are independent. There we go.
Okay.
Duke says, bugger. I mean, excellent. Another half an hour. Yeah, that's exactly what our wives think as well.
Yes, I was going to say, you could leave any time, but that's probably what my wife is thinking about these streams.
No, what they're probably thinking is you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Great song.
Yes. George says, morning, Kevin. Oh, 26 people watching. How many likes we got, Mr. Julian?
Okay.
How are we getting on for?
Time for some more rib tape. This is going to be riveting for the whole audience.
Yes. I've not done the rib tape, but I quite like how I quite like how the ribs are showing through anyway.
Yes.
Dieter says, oh, you guys still here? Apparently so, because you're able to comment. Which is no bad thing, as we like you. Which is why I call you Uncle Dieter. Tiffany says, be right back. Bathroom break. No problems. I shall do this comment. Ooh, 28 people watching. Julian says, helicopters are, in my honest opinion, no more dangerous than anything whose purpose is defying gravity. Mind you, don't stand on a stepladder near a moving rotor. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are more dangerous in a way because if an aircraft's engine shuts down, they can glide. If a helicopter's engine shuts down, you're just going down.
But most of them can auto-rotate. The Osprey does have problems in that it has two engines driving two props. You do have a cross drive, but you got to think that NASA tried that technology in about 1960s, and it's taken them this long to get it to work. There's been lots of crashes, but there's people trying to say, let's see what we can do instead of let's try to get people down safely because, Marines.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're called jarheads.
Well, I watched a lot of them.
They're haircut.
In the Philippines. They were using Ospreys alongside, other aircraft, and I was watching them just had a look on. They're remarkable. They really are. But I don't know. I wouldn't get in one myself if I had a choice.
Well, there's a video online, wasn't there, of when the British Parachute Regiment went over to meet I think it's the 82nd Airborne, and do a parachute jump with them. and there's, I think it's the Paris sergeants or something, actually stood there and explained to the US paratroopers that everyone on that jump would be using the British parachute because the American parachute has such a bad safety record.
Yeah.
And there's no way that the British paratroopers were agreeing to do the jump if they had to use the American parachute.
Yeah.
It's almost like it was they're made by the lowest bidder.
Wow.
Because that doesn't sound like every armed forces in the world.
There's 3 quotes, so we'll take the lowest.
It's funny because it's true.
I had a cotton bud somewhere. Oh well. I shall go for another one. Luckily, I have a box of them. Julie says, helicopter. I've read that one. My wife's just come in dancing.
That's because Modders said she was going for a comfort break.
Ah, she was alleviating herself.
What? That's disgusting.
She went to the toilet, that means. No, I didn't say playing with herself. I said alleviating herself.
Sorry, guys, I'm not well.
She's a bit confused at the minute.
Mike won't take me to the hospital.
I said I wouldn't take it off, but you haven't even mentioned it.
Oh.
No, you
See,
haven't, love.
my view on helicopters is they don't fly. They're just so ugly that even the earth repels them.
Yeah. They don't fly. Oh, shit. They don't fly, they just defy gravity.
The only wobbly chopper I've got any time for is the Chinook.
Well, the only one I've flown in is a Jet Ranger. That was well before I joined Air Force.
When you finish, shoot.
Okay, can you stop trashing the place, love? I'm busy.
Mind you, if I was bobbing about in the North Sea and a helicopter came over and pulled me out the North Sea, I would be very grateful.
Oh, yeah, I have no doubt.
I've been in helicopters. They're fun.
Yeah, flown in the Wessex, flown in the Griffin.
Well, I've never flown in a Wessex. It's too old, but... Oh, God. This decal's broken up. Son of a bitch.
Well, the big one?
No, the little one.
Really?
One that's smaller, lower wings.
I mean the lozenge, or are you talking about something else?
Yeah, the lozenge.
Yeah, you'll be able to get it back down. I think they move around quite well. So I've probably said before, so anyone watching, if you do struggle with decals or whatever, if you put a drop, just a finger smear of dishwashing detergent in the water, your decal water, it'll aid moving them around, and there's no detrimental effect.
Hence, I have always had a bottle with some in handy.
I think it's because they dried. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm going to have to concentrate on this. 2 seconds.
Yep.
Right.
It's all right. You two can talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. No, I'm concentrating too. I'm putting on a rib tape.
Oh, I'll take over the stream then. Right then. Any requests for a song?
Yeah, let's do Mirrorball by Elbow.
I only know one Elbow song.
I don't know any.
Oh, they're wonderful. No one in Australia knows them except for me and his twin brother. Oh, and his current partner. My son
I do like
hates
them, but I only know one of their songs.
Which is
That's the
One Day Like This.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one in Australia's heard of them.
I hate decals.
See, I love decals. Hate PE.
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't think PE brings much to the table.
There you go.
In all honesty.
Okay. Oh,
because it's normally so small.
Yeah. I think that's the problem, is it's dried out. Oh.
I need to prime a few bits and pieces, so I might do a bit of priming. Put that over there out the way. How the hell I'm going to do that, I don't know.
Which bit, Gary?
This, how I'm going to prime that and sort of hold it. That's
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember. What colour is yours? Oh, it's white, isn't it?
yeah.
Ooh. We have more comments.
I might just yeah, sorry, I know what I'll do. I know what I will do.
Do you know what? It's just going to have a little light grey patch in the lozenge. I don't care.
Yeah.
To hell with it. Dieter said, Uncle Hagrid or Uncle Dieter just moved several monitors. Time to rest a bit. Bless you. I smooth that out. There you go. Should just
prime me up. That's black primer. I know it is.
Yeah, I just realised the holes don't line up.
I don't want black primer.
Oh, Christ.
You what, mate?
No, I just realised the bloody thing's too far back.
The holes on mine lined up perfectly.
Yeah, it's just because the decals are too far back. So.
Perfect. Stop me. Oh, no. Sung then. I sung then.
Yeah.
Do apologise. Stop it. Getting silly.
Okay, so now they need to move that way a little bit.
I need to buy some. I need to do what Tiff's got to do. I need to get some more primer.
That was a bad mistake. I'd just changed my number 11 blade before going live here. I was trying to move a decal around with a brand new blade and I'm just cutting it to shreds.
Yeah.
Try that again.
Right.
The toothy pink. Okay.
Oh, fuck. Just shoved my nail straight through the bloody decal. Oh, God. Right.
Yeah.
Well, this was going so well.
I'm struggling. There's decals right now as well. Just tall one. Let's see if I could save it. I don't give you much in the way of spare rib tape, which is odd because there's so much of it. You'd think that would assist.
It's enough that I should be able to sort of disguise it. Right. Julie says, GMTA John, I was going to mention auto-rotating. There you go.
Yes. Great minds think alike.
Or simple minds rarely differ. Exploring says, for me, it says 25 likes. Fantastic. Well, whichever it is, it's good. Duke says, my wife woke up from a dream early in our marriage and told me that I'm not allowed on a helicopter.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh. Mine woke up and said, I want you to keep flying helicopters.
Yours woke up and said, no more kits.
Oh, wow. Clean up with a dustpan and brush. Oh, kits. Did you say kits?
Oh, dear. Oh, really? seconds. Let's work this crease out. There you go.
Someone was singing.
Sorry, there was only 3 notes. There's many more in the song. I won't
Name
go
that
there.
tune.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you can notice that too much. Hopefully I'll do a better job with this next side. If not, I'll just quit.
Yeah.
Rage quit.
Yeah, I'll
and
rage
never let
quit.
you choose
So
another
that's
kit.
it. I'm never doing any modelling. I am selling all my models. No, that will never happen. Mark says, we went to Hannon's models last year. They were absolutely fantastic. Found my son a SD KFZ 2342 Puma and knocked loads of money off. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Loads of money off. It's very kind of them.
Hannons are brilliant, but I do wish they would update their website.
I don't
Yeah,
like their
Hannon-
website. It's
Their
horrible.
website's
Brilliant.
awful.
But I do wish they were in Australia.
I've never bought anything off them purely because I hate their website. It makes no logical sense.
Well,
You try and do a search for something that you're looking for, you might as well just not bother.
exactly. Yeah, it's difficult.
But
Isn't
they've
it?
got so much stock, and it, you know,
You think they'd pay someone to update their website, wouldn't you? Bring it into the 21st century. Instead of looking like a bloody blog from the 90s.
I think the
Yeah.
problem is it's such a large website.
Well, this is the thing. They could easily streamline it all.
I think, yeah.
She's taking me cup with me brewing.
Maybe she's
come
going
here,
to
put
make you a
all-
fresh. Maybe she's making you a fresh one.
I don't need a fresh one. I had brew in it. I've got a flask of coffee here. Oh, she's taking me bloody brew. Come.
Oh, just drink your decal water and shut up.
Oh, princess, calm down.
What's the matter, Neville?
Dorkasaurus says, I have 25 too. Cool. Dieter says, when the first astronauts went up, they realized the lowest bidder risk quite directly. Redstone, Atlas, Titan, all the ballistic missiles that were made that way. Yes.
Yep.
Dieter says, it was not until the Saturns that all participants were to deliver quality standards as not to embarrass themselves among each other. Yep. That's really annoying me that I messed up that decal.
Put it behind you and move on, Mikey.
Yeah. I knew something would go wrong with them because they're bloody horrible looking long decals. Dieter says, flown with the Sea King and the NH90. Yes, I've flown Sea Kings. Flown in Sea Kings.
No, never flown in a Sea King.
Sea King Lynx.
Never flown in a Chinook.
And one that I don't know what it was, but it looked like it probably wasn't airworthy. That was down in the Falklands. It wasn't military, it was a civil air helicopter.
Right.
TBG says hi front. Front says hi back. Sorry.
Hey, what? Hey? Hang on. I'm trying to compute that. Right, okay.
Timmy says, I went up in a Seahawk a few times while serving on Adelaide and Canberra. Nice change of scenery for us. Oh, yeah, I imagine it was.
Would be.
Stoker.
TBG says, hi, Dorkasaurus. Dorkasaurus says, hi, TBG. Hope you're doing well today. Dieter says, also flew with a F-14, F-16, Alpha Jet, Marchetti, Tornado, P-51, B-17. Don't ask how I got on board so far.
Wow. Well done.
That's pretty
No,
spectacular.
he's not the shortest and smallest of gentlemen. I imagine they knew he was there. He wasn't a stowaway. Because that would just be frigging hilarious.
I've done loads of trips on Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
Loads
Have
of
I?
trips.
Is there anyone in the British forces that hasn't been on Hercules?
Luckily enough, I was crew.
So you got to sit in the jump seat.
Yeah, on the on the bunks.
Ah.
The bunks at the back of the cockpit.
See, I found the most comfortable place to Hercules is to sleep on the cargo pallets at the back.
Yeah, that's where the loadies normally kept.
You weren't allowed to do that. My
DC-10
favourite spot was
tankers,
behind the wheel well on the right-hand side, sitting against a wheel well. You're close enough. You're under an air vent to have cool air, but you're far enough away from the toilet that you don't smell it.
Yeah, few trips in a DC-10 tanker, a TriStar, Red Arrow's Hawk.
I'm a div.
And the Griffin.
I won't try to remember what I've flown in. It's a pretty big list.
And despite having flown in the Red Arrow's Hawk, I would take a Hercules every time.
Wow.
Yeah, they're phasing the Hawk out, or they're getting rid of the Hawks by 2030, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they?
So they haven't got a replacement for the Red Arrows.
Yeah. The T Mark ones, the Red Arrows are the only ones that use the T Mark ones now, and there's a lot of problems with the engines on the T Mark 2s.
Oh.
Yeah, they fragged themselves. So and they haven't got a jet that they can use because it has to be a British jet, because that's the whole point of the Red Arrows. Is it's British? It's to display British engineering.
BAE sponsor them, and
yeah, and they don't have a trainer.
9 ship of red F-35s.
Oh no,
they don't have a trainer aircraft that's British made anymore, other than the Hawk. See, this is the problem with outsourcing things.
This is it. I suppose they have a 9 ship of Typhoons because they're partly British made.
Well, think about it, that'd cost a bloody fortune, wouldn't it? I imagine.
Yeah, but wouldn't it sound good?
Oh yeah. Oh, come on, Mikey, you're better than this.
The RAF's quickest display team.
Yeah. The only display team to do Mach 1 point something display.
It's amazing. We've cut down our 21-minute display to 2 seconds.
yeah.
And if you look to your right, they've gone.
Yeah. We started the barrel roll over Rill and we finished it over Manchester.
Yeah.
The speed they get from Lossiemouth and that to London is phenomenal. It's like 16 minutes or something.
Well, I was watching someone. Admittedly, it was on Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
But they were timing an F-18 from Paris to London.
Yeah.
13 minutes.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. TBG says, when the fairy liquid bottle is empty, he'll make a spaceship. You know what? On New Year's Day, we were sat around with my in-laws' dinner table having a meal, and my father-in-law actually pulled out the empty fairy liquid bottle from next to the sink to put it in the bin. He said, "Yeah, Mike, you can make a rocket out of that." Oh, how we laughed. June says, OH and helicopter ejection seats, bad idea. Vertically upwards anyway. They have invented downwards and sideways ones. John Nichols' Eject is fantastic reference development of the ejection seat.
I have that book on my bedside table. I've not read it yet.
Yeah, they did do one where they put an ejector seat into a helicopter, but when you pulled the handle, the first thing that happened was the rotors, explosive bolts, detached the rotors.
Yeah.
And then they get blood. I don't think it was a goer.
No, that's just in a James Bond film. It's not real.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary. Take that for a burn.
What? I missed it. What was it?
He said that what you were saying was in a James Bond film.
No, it wasn't. It's the Americans tried it.
That does not surprise me.
George says
we need to find a way of getting out of a helicopter in emergency. What should we do? We'll just blow the rotor blades off.
George says there was an English Electric Lightning pilot that went down in the North Sea. He was picked up by a fishing boat. Helicopter was sent to pick him up. Pilot refused because there'd been enough aircraft crashes for one day. Boldy Goes says door answering service from a mum today. District nurse and red alert so far.
Oh. Oh, wow, yeah, quite far behind, aren't I? Ian says, my favourite Elbow song is Grounds for Divorce, the one about the seldom seen kid.
That's the one. It's fantastic.
Oh. Julian, that's ejection, Mikey, knowing the way some minds work. Not yours, of course. It's a J, not an R. See, with John, you're lucky it didn't have a C in it. And an L.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know how his mind works.
Yeah.
George says, good luck, James. Smooth these out. STD says, morning, folks. We get a day off today in the States. Day of mourning for former President Carter passing away.
Yeah.
So are you mourning suitably, STD? Are you wearing all black and weeping into a whiskey bottle?
Yeah, so you've probably heard that the flags will be at half-mast for President Carter on Inauguration Day for Trump. He's not happy about it. Yeah, but the thing is, of course, if Trump passed away, he would want the flags to be half-mast for the same period of time, and there would be, but he's just so far up himself.
That's enough about politics.
Moving on.
Dieter says, the East Pack girls came by with the big backpacks, and by big, I mean ridiculously oversized. They would fit the actual Hagrid through.
Actual Hagrid.
One of the funniest sights I saw with Bergens, which is the military backpacks, as you two know, was Gurkhas walking along a ridgeline. I was below them on the side of the mountain, and I looked up and I saw a load of Gurkhas, and it literally just looked like, because they were silhouetted, it just looked like Bergens with legs. Because they refused to use the short back, which is designed for shorter soldiers. Yeah. And because of that, because they were using the long backs, it stuck up above their heads. So all you could see was a Bergen with feet underneath it. Lovely soldiers. Bloody good soldiers.
Yeah.
Gurkhas.
Mm-hmm.
Very quiet and unassuming.
Yeah.
But
I remember going into the cookhouse one day, and as I got to the door, there's a load of Gurkhas that got to the door with their sergeants at the front. And I went to, sir, please go first. I was like, I'm not a sir, mate. I'm only a craftsman sergeant. And he's like, no, sir, please. I went, sergeant, I'm a craftsman. I'm not a sir. I'm the equivalent of a private, just with the trade. And he's like, yes, but you're also British, and you allowed us to come and serve your country. So to me, you're sir. Now please go through the door.
Wow. And then you don't argue with them.
No. June says 24 likes, 23 watching. So someone liked the stream and sod it off. That doesn't surprise me. June says hi square. Jim, might make a visit to my local CBD shop after dealing with a serious fit issue on an airplane model. May just box it up and go to the next one.
Okay. Tell us more.
Well, hurry up because it is past. That half hour's gone very quick. George says, anyway, have to go back to work now. Catch you all next time. Julian says, I'm struggling in general. John, do we need to call anyone for you? Laugh out loud. STD says, hey, Julian. Dieter says, must I call the polystyrene Inquisition, Mike, for you being possessed by the anti-modelist demons?
What, me?
No, okay, we're not talking about you, Dan.
Okay.
I am a demon.
You're not, baby.
Oh.
You're not. You took my coffee cup, by the way.
Yeah, I made you soup instead for your dinner.
Yeah, but I wanted a brew. I've got my brew there.
Oh.
It's all right. Don't worry, I'm finishing in a minute.
No, I'll get it.
June says, Duke, if you ever served in the army, did you have a note from your wife? And if they tried to put you in a helicopter? I wasn't married when I was in. I got to do whatever I wanted. June says, you put a brewing in a cup? Blimey, that's a big cup. Deet says, how can you see if someone drank decal water? Their bowel movement comes with perfect stenciling. Duke, hand paint the bit you broke, Mikey. It shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Bloody hell.
Apologising.
Scott says, I've flown in a heron. Wow.
How did you get into that? I mean, it's only a little bird, isn't it? Well,
Took
big
it to
bird,
dinner
but
first.
it's a little thing to fly in.
Oh, dear. Hagrid says, oh, right, how dare I forget about the C-130H and the A400M. Mia saw me fly by while at school 2 years ago. I told her when I was to fly over and she heard the hum and she spotted me waving out aft. Bless.
Nice.
That would have been lovely, that, wouldn't it?
De Havilland Heron. Yeah, I have seen those actually flying, and they were used at one point as a sort of taxi for the Queen's flight, as it was then.
Do you know what? I'm not keen on these lozenge decals. They don't look.
I've actually got quite warm to them.
Yeah, I just don't think they look very nice.
Oh.
I just don't like the patterns and stuff. It's like, I'd rather have painted the wings, to be honest. Scott says, a de Havilland Heron. Yep. Julian, FYI, Commander Evans has posted the latest video of the North Wing being built. Fantastic. Do go and check that out on Gary stuff. Dieter says, being a plane and ship's nutcase is sometimes a perk or two. Yes.
Yeah.
Dieter, speaking of being a big fellow, I am still amazed by myself I could get in and out of submarines and museums.
Fair.
The first fatality I went to was a former submariner. It was a cardiac arrest, but he was about 6'4". And I realised he was a submariner because when we were dressing him after we'd done what we could, I was fastening his belt and make sure that was secure, and it had a submariner's belt on. Ian says, oh, excellent, Julian. I shall watch after this. Yeah, make sure you do. Athol says, got to remember not to have any house incidents. I was just cancelled my home insurance due to my premium rising by £650 to close to £1,000, and all because I'm a modeler and have certain chemicals. Yes, this is the problem. This is why I'm saying, like was Steph saying about buying litres of butyl acetate and acetone to make your own Tamir extra thin. But yeah, but you've got a massive fire hazard there by storing them and storing them. Dieter says, regarding Fairy Liquid, is that like Dreft, a detergent bottle that never seems to run out? Yeah. Julie says, oi, Mikey, I work for outsourced ISP technical support. The headset beeped and a woman's voice told you which company you were pretending to be. Wow. Julian had a laugh when George W. Bush left office. He said it was the end of an era, but the US pronunciation error. Laugh out loud, not politics, just pronunciation. Yeah. Dieter says, BBC, ever seen their performance during the Edinburgh Tattoo? Done on the tones of the Sataki, They cross the ground, and being short, it is funny to see them run off in the end. Yes, I have. Lovely guys. Dieter, Gurkhas are excellent and capable combatants, but they know to have fun being serious about things. Yeah, they are really funny. Really funny guys. Tim says, visited my brother-in-law on base, Army, when I had just passed out of recruit school for the Navy. As I walked through the gate, a warrant officer saluted me. I didn't want to correct him, so I returned it and said thank you.
Oh, that's never happened to me, Timbo. But I accidentally, after bloody 20 years service, I accidentally threw a scout salute at a was it the colonel, and I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
I had my OC in Iraq have a go at me because I was walking around my head down, and when I had my floppy hats down, and obviously it covers your eyes when your head's down. So I didn't see who was coming towards me. All I could see was a pair of boots on the floor. And next minute, I'm getting a rollicking off this major saying, stop walking around like a snivelling TA craftsman and start acting like the corporal that you're supposed to be, the regular corporal that you're supposed to be, and actually salute. I know we don't salute, but you should at least brace up like a proper soldier, like a proper NCO. And I looked up and went, sorry, sir, I've only just arrived. I only came here the other day and I didn't see you. He said, that's no excuse. And I went, right. He said, well, you should be acting like a corporal. I went, no disrespect, sir, but I'm not a corporal. I'm a craftsman and I am Territorial Army. I'm a reservist. Right. He said, no, you're not. I haven't got any TA soldiers under my command. And I went, yes, you have. There's 3 of us.
So it was a major rollicking then.
Yes. He didn't like it. And then a few months later, there's a water shortage. So you're only allowed to have like a quick wash. We're allowed to have proper showers. You're only like 3 pumps on the shower or something. And I was having a shower and he was in the cubicle next to me and I didn't realise. And I'd been working, doing axles, changing sub axles and things and repacking the grease on them all day. So I was absolutely gopping. And I was having a shower and everything. And I got out and he went, that wasn't exactly 3 pumps, was it? And I went, excuse me? And he went, that wasn't 3 pumps. You do realise there's a water shortage, don't you? And I said, with all due respect, sir, you do realise I don't work in an air-conditioned office, right? And he went, what? And I went, I've been repacking axle grease all day. Do you think I can wash that amount crap off in the same time it takes you in your air-conditioned office to wash? They go, well, it's wash. I'm like, I don't care. I want to be clean. And he's like, stormed off.
Yeah.
That's the only 2 times in the entire tour that I actually saw him.
Right.
It was bizarre. And yet he was ROC. And yet back in units, you see your OC most days. Pottering around things.
Yeah.
Generally getting in the way.
Yes. Timmy says, I'm bloody booked it. He says, thanks for the guys show. Thanks for the show, guys, and Benji.
Yeah.
So we're at 2 hours and 40 minutes now.
Wow.
And we've still got 21 people watching. The mad people.
So I'm about a third of maybe halfway through putting the rib tape on the upper wing.
Yeah.
And I'm not enjoying it. It's I'm having trouble getting them to look straight. They're okay, but yeah, I'm not enjoying this process. As you can see it there, they're going on.
Yeah.
But trying to get them to look straight is, I don't know. Maybe it's just not working for me today. Yeah. But we're getting there.
For me, the decals have taken the fun out of it. Doing the wing decals has taken the fun out of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
That's fine. You guys pick the next one.
Gary's picked the next one, hasn't
he? Yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
Oh, so am I.
I'm enjoying the build. It's just the decals have taken the fun out of it.
Yeah, but that was more than 3 pumps just now, Mikey.
Dieter says, we're all mad here. Never sounded so appropriate for a strange reason. Very true. How have you got on, Gary?
I've had a good... just let me change cameras. I've had a
I
good...
just realised I can take that off now, can't I?
Good session today. I really have. I did paint this red before we went live, but I've got the lozenge on.
Yeah.
That's gone on no problem at all. And I've painted the nose with the pen. I've primed the undercarriage and the built up and primed all that. And I'm just putting some off-white onto the tail, but that's going to take quite a lot of coats.
Yes.
Right.
Been good. Been a good session.
I've done the white with the pens. If it'll focus, I don't know. Here we go. Focus. Right. So I've done that. Done the decal things. I've done it on that one. The top one actually went down all right, to be fair. Oh, come on. There you go. Top one went down all right. But I just don't like it. They look shiny and horrible.
If you hit it with the matte coat at the end, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Because that's where I messed up with them two there. Put a little hole in it, split it. But that side's gone down all right. It's just, I don't know. I'll sort it out. Probably with a couple more layers of microsol, it'll be fine. So, it's nice to see StreamYard's behaved itself today as well. Duke says it could be worse, Mikey. You could hand paint the lozenge.
So,
yeah, no. That's never going to happen. Athol says, well, sorry, guys. Hamish just brought me his lead, so I'm off out in the freezing cold as it's walkie time. All right, buddy. We're finishing now anyway. Julian says, I
enjoyed that.
I gave bollocking to a deputy head in school once in public. She was trying to tell me off for having a skinhead. All my class were asking what the brand new operation scars were on my head.
Wow.
Sort of a read the room moment.
Wow. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Julian says, funnily enough, she never harassed me again. Yeah. TVG says, VMS HD matte varnish hides the decal film. Nice.
Yeah, VMS stuff's good.
I haven't got any. I'll have to use the Vallejo. Mark says, I'm still here watching, but busy soldering. Nice.
Cool.
Right. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the likes and obviously subscriptions. We hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow with Mr. Evans for the 4 Veterans Lifeboat build at 11 a.m. UK time.
Yeah.
So you two are
10 p.m. Australian time. Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Well, Australian Sydney time, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun. Like, lots of progress. It's I'm happy with my progress. I don't like the upper rib tape. It'll be all right. You'll hardly see it, really.
And I am
Because
still
if I hold it up
enjoying.
now, you can hardly see it, so it'll be fine.
I am enjoying my biplane build. So there you go.
There we go. Hang on. Did you just say you're enjoying doing a biplane?
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
Wooden ships.
No.
It's got to do. You got to do it if we decide to do it for the channel.
That's not how it works.
I shall resign my veteраnism.
At some point, I'll say you can blow that one out. Your proverbial nah. But no, that hasn't happened yet.
What we could do is do an airfix ship kit.
Anyway, come on, moving on.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm doing an aircraft carrier this year.
Yeah. Rich says, thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Julian says, great stream as always, guys. Cheers, bud. Dieter says, Mark realizing he is soldering his screen. Oops. TBG says, bye all. Julian says, laters. Julian says, plank on frame, Mr. Gary, Mr. Morris, evil look. Cool. Right. See you all tomorrow. Have fun. Bye.
Be good. Bye.
Thank you.
Ta-da.